Jake, welcome to Virgin Radio. First of all, we've been we've been playing your music, old and new, and it's I've got to say congratulations on the new album.
Thank you very much.
On My One, if I can talk to you about that, because I think it's this huge success that you had with the first album, and I love the fact that with the second one you just wanted to kind of do it your way, do it on your own, and kind of do what you wanted to do, sort of thing. Was that an obvious kind of reaction to, I guess, maybe that success you had with the first one?
Yeah, it's just something I felt I had to do, like for my development as a writer and as an artist, and like on the first two records, it was cool working with writers and other producers because you learn a lot, like being young and all that. But this time around, I thought I'd learn something by taking all my experiences and trying to do something else on my own.
I mean, the first sort of sound from the album, "Give Me the Love," which we had. Was just kind of like hits you like a juggernaut. Where was that in the writing process? When did you write that, and was that an obvious kind of first example of the music on the new album for people?
Well, it was. I wouldn't say it was like the kind of first example because I don't think there's another song on the record that kind of sounds like that one. But like I wrote that back in Nottingham. I went after spending some time in sunny LA, and then came back and wrote that, and that's probably why it's got some kind of it's a bit of a grittiness and a bit of a rawness, yeah, that's probably what.
The contrast from LA to Nottingham, is it that vast?
Yeah, well, all the nice ballad tunes got written in LA, so maybe.
Too chilled out, mate. LA's way too chilled out.
Yeah, well, I got some songs out of it, but I don't think it would have been good to write it all there. So.
And how would you describe the new album in terms of, I guess, the development of the sound from the first record to the second? What's changed, and what kind of where have you moved towards, or what have you kind of brought on board?
It was just I think there's like some elements that weren't on the first two records, like I think there's a bit of dance, a bit of hip hop, like with the beats and and a bit of soul in there as well, which weren't present on the previous records, I think.
And does that reflect your taste as a music fan as well as kind of the music that you want to make as an artist?
Yeah, but I like all genres and all styles, and I just wanted to see what would happen if they got mixed together a little bit, and see what can be created and try things out, and have fun in the process as well.
You've what's your relationship with T in the Park? You've played a couple of times before, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got some of the best memories here for the shows. Like my first show here, it was in a tent, and I think I didn't even have an album out, and I was just like, why are all these people here? I was like, who are they waiting for? and I remember one guy was climbing up the scaffolding, and like beers getting thrown. I was like, this is just mad. It's just mad, and I'll always remember that gig.
Well, I guess that's kind of like where that kind of continued in a way, because the reaction to your music was really quite instant. It was like it connected straight away.
Well, I don't know how to answer that, but I'm glad it did, because it's given me the opportunity to play shows like that and travel the world and meet a lot of great people as well.
What about the set list now? Because you're 3 albums in, you've got a fair whack of songs to choose from and stuff. Is it easy to put together a set list? Because obviously, I guess the tendency is you've got a new album, you're excited to play these new tunes and stuff. So how are you forming the set list?
Well, we're just like playing old and new. Really, it's nice, and I know that some people like especially when it's muddy and raining and it's Sunday and they maybe hungover, that they want to hear some quite possibly the tunes that they know. So we'll play like a few old ones and then chuck in a couple of new ones every now and again. Not a consistent amount of new ones, because that's when people can get a bit tiresome, I think.
What about festivals in a whole? I know they can be kind of quite troublesome for artists as well, in terms you don't get sound check, it's not your show, all that kind of stuff. The weather can be temperamental, but do you enjoy playing them, and do you get the chance to watch other artists or to meet other artists as well?
Yeah, I get to meet other artists and stuff. I don't really watch that many shows. I don't like to venture out too far from my domain, because it's
your porta cabin.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So glamorous, Jake. I can see why you wouldn't want to venture out.
I'm way tucked in the corner. It's like they don't want me to hang around with them.
Talk about you've got a lake right next door. You in prime position. You got the seaside view.
Yeah, but but everyone's just over there, all having fun there catering.
Who are your neighbours actually? I was just looking.
Just Major Laser over there.
Major Laser's your neighbour. Met him before?
Yeah. No, never. I don't.
Maybe the organisers are trying to kind of encourage friendships between, and future collaborations with artists by putting them next to each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be pretty cool if they did that. Just like, or if there was a bit of beef between two bands and they stuck them next to each other. I'd like to see that as well.
For you, what's the thing that helps you get through festivals?
It's the only thing is playing the music, and it's the crowd. Like, that's the reason I'm here, to play to them, and when they're having a good time, I'm having a good time as well. I might not look like I'm having a good time, but I am having a good time. So,
The tour as well. You've just announced a big old tour to support the new album as well. Are you? I guess kind of what can people expect from that as well? I know a lot of people have been getting in touch with us in terms of excited to see the album out live.
Yes, I'm really excited to be doing another tour, especially after travelling around from festival to festival. It would be nice to be on the old tour bus having a laugh, and then I'm rocking up to loads of different cities and playing the new album. It's nice to have a new record for the set list. It keeps it fresh for us in the band, and for the crowd, I hope, as well.
One thing before we go, if that's all right, have you got an album that you go back to again and again that's a favourite classic album of yours? We have a thing called the Virgin Classic Vote, where we kind of put 4 albums up for vote for our audience, and then one goes into our vote. Is there an album that you'd like to nominate?
No one is going to pick the album I pick, that's for sure. Like, I'd probably go for like I'll go for the Vangelis Blade Runner soundtrack.
That is an absolute... Do you know the only other soundtrack that's been nominated is the Rocky IV soundtrack?
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to go for Blade Runner then, because that is a great record. I'll go for that.
Why do you like it?
Well, I'm a big fan of Vangelis. I've always liked his music. So, and I not long ago watched the film and I was like, why do I like this music so much? And when I found out it was him, and I listened to the record, it's just consistently great. So I like it.
Is there any particular part of the score that you'd like to play for us? Is there a named track, or should we just play what would you fancy?
I think the song's called Love Theme. I think that's the track off it. It's got I think it's like a sax solo in it. It's kind of throughout, and it's a great track. It's pretty good.
Amazing. We're going to play that in full on Breakfast, which is an absolute win-win situation. Jake Bugg, absolute pleasure, sir. Have a great show at tea today, and thanks for chatting to us.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank you.
Jake. Thank you.